Hey Bill, how are you doing? Good morning, good morning. Well, good afternoon here. Hey Chocolate Cherry, how are you doing? Happy New Year's. And wait till a few people get on here. Yeah, it's noon here too. I'm just getting out of bed, so we got pummeled. My driveway, I had to call a guy in to come plow. So yeah, we got lots of snow. I'm up in the higher terrains, so when we get snowstorms, Um, when we get lake effect snow, we usually get dumped on a lot worse than right by the lake. Hi, Gabriel, Flash. Good morning. Happy New Year's. Good afternoon. I have to start saying good afternoon. 2 inches? Oh, I wish. No, we were supposed to get, I think, up to 6, but my driveway is completely full. I would say we probably got closer to 8. Or it's just because it drifted. It drifted in my driveway. Jordan, how are you? So, I am going to see if I can't bring a couple of things up. Oh, let's see. Just bear with me a minute, guys. I can't see the chat at the moment. And pardon my dogs. They want to be sassy and noisy and loud. Ton of rain. Ugh, we got rain last weekend, which was nice because it was warm, but it was melting everything off, and then in the evening time, it all froze. Oh, the kids are outside playing, so my dogs are like, hey, what about us? You know, I'm freaking out. Wolf bark. No, just annoying, nosy dogs. Oh, well, good luck. I hope you catch some fish. Send me some. I love fish. My mom brought me some pike, and I got pike and something else. Perch, maybe, in my freezer right now. I did? Oh, that was probably right when I said I gotta go to bed, and I didn't think I won. I don't know if I said I was gonna go live for sure or not. Maybe. I don't remember. I got a little toasty last night. I don't remember. Not bad, but yeah. I popped on SJ's stream, and after that I was like, I need to go pick a number. I don't think I picked a number. I'm not sure that was me. I'll ask her about it. Oh, perch are good. I love fish. I don't care. Perch, walleye. The only thing is... Oh, okay. Well, I don't remember picking a number. um, I'll message her today. I'm sure she's sleeping right now, but I'll message her and find out. So, but I'm not a big fan of eating salmon unless it's sushi. I don't like salmon cooked for some reason. I've never really liked it. Never had it where it was good. I tried catfish for the first time when I lived in Texas. That was good. That was really good. Happy New Year, John. How are you doing? Awesome, Bill. Congratulations. So, yeah, I will definitely message SJ and find out because I didn't know. You know, I told him you were pooping. Nice. No, I was probably snoring. Something fierce. Although I did really good because I started drinking at like 7 o'clock and I was pretty much done by 1, 2 maybe. But I paced myself, so I woke up today. I felt great. I don't feel bad at all. But I slammed a bunch of water and stuff too. I was on SJ's live stream for a little bit. Pike are not bad. They're not bad at all. I don't think, anyway. Some people don't like them. The best fish we have up here is lake trout. Oh my gosh. Those things are absolutely freaking amazing. And so delicious. Yeah. It was fun last night. So did everybody have fun? Did y'all, I mean, obviously everybody's home and safe and, you know, all that good stuff. But did everybody have a good New Year's Eve and behave? I hope so. That's always a good thing. As the title of my stream, I don't make New Year's resolutions. I know a lot of people make New Year's resolutions, and let's see, we're gonna look it up so I don't bugger it up. But the definition of resolution is a firm decision to do or not to do something. Really, Corey? I hope you're okay. You didn't break nothing, did you? I know you're getting old. Did you break a hip? Do we got to call in, assisted living for you now? So, a firm decision to do or not to do something. People break resolutions all the time. They say, oh, I'm going to quit smoking this year, or I'm going to lose weight, or, whatever it might be. Nothing broken? Okay, good. Girls! Sorry if you're wearing headphones. So, I don't do that because I don't think, that's right. Some people are really good at keeping to them. Most people are not. Oh, I'm sure, Bill. I'm sure it is very crowded. But I do try to make some goals for the year, which I haven't even really sat down and thought too much about the goals for this year. Last year I made some goals, which they were to spend more time with my family, to be more patient with my kids, and things like that, which I've done really good at. And I'm pretty proud of myself at some of the changes that I've made over the year. And to learn as much as I could on things that I wanted to learn, and definitely kick that one in the butt big time, because that, with the coins and Canadians and stuff like that, I've definitely done that. So this year it's time to make some new goals, not resolutions, but goals. And we are going to be moving to Texas. Oh my Lord. Let me take care of them for a minute. I am sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Okay, my plow guy's here. That's why they were freaking out. Yes, Armando, I'm here. My dogs were going nuts, and I didn't know why, and the plow guy's here, so he's going to be plowing my driveway. And then I got to go pay him real quick, so I'll have to jump out real quick and go talk to him. But goals you do make, resolutions, no. Well, good, Flash. We're on the same wavelength with that one. You know what, Bill? I had a blast last night, and I hung out with my YouTuber friends. I didn't go out anywhere. I actually have a friend that I grew up with since before 5th grade, and basically her husband told me that, you know, we don't get invited a lot to their house because my kids are up their butts all the time. My kids absolutely love them. My kids are outside, so they can't hear this. And I know my boys are rambunctious. They're boys. They're 6 and 10. They're kids. And that was just like, what the hell? You know? I don't think your kid's the greatest person on earth, but I'm not an asshole, and I'm not going to tell you that. Like, so part of my goals has to do with that, and to, I got some fun hair, to let go of people like that, and to be happy, and not try to please everybody, because you're not going to please everybody, are we? It's just not going to happen, as much as we may want to. I can't please my mother. Woo! I can't please you all the time. I can't please Joe Schmo, you know. And I just have to be confident and happy in my decisions that I make, and that they're the best decisions for myself and my family, and go forward and move from there. And that's all that we can do. So, I have been working very hard and diligently in the last 10 years to get rid of the negative people. The energy suckers, the ones who just suck the life from you. Gotta get rid of them. I know, and it's not always easy, and sometimes it's family, but you have to put a gap between you and them as best as you can, and, you know, just do what you can. And it is just a regular beanie. It has a brim on it, and then I put a skull. I bejeweled it with a skull. I don't know what else you want to call it. I bedazzled my hat. I've had this hat for probably 10 years. I've had this hat forever. But it is my favorite hat, and it is warm. So, that is one goal right there, is to get rid of the negativity. And last night was just a very, very good sign for me that, you know, I'm moving in the right direction. And there you go. It's a bedazzled skull. Actually, it was just an iron-on. But for an iron-on, that thing has, I mean, this hat has been washed. I couldn't even tell you how many times. And I've only lost a few of them. I mean, Kango Cool J hat. Oh, I remember those hats. Those are awesome. So, very cool. I would have never taken you for having a Kango, Bill. That's awesome. I got my, I used to have my Adidas's. I have to get a new pair. Love my Adidas what are they? Superstars? I don't remember. And I have my pink Converses. Those have stars. Stars and skulls. I absolutely love stars and skulls. So, but yeah, so there's goal number 1. And then, I think my second goal is to just keep pushing forward with working on this Canadian website that I want to do. I have a really good idea. I think it's something that is well needed, and it is definitely not impossible. It is a lot of work ahead of me, but it is not impossible. Yes, Chocolate Cherry, we are going to be moving to Texas. Um, my hubby's with the same company, but they've been having him work in the yard more because he's a really good mechanic. And so they have him do a lot of shop work and stuff like that and help out, which is keeping him off of the road so much. And that to me is okay, because it gets a little scary when he's on the road all the time. And then, yeah, he had a really bad wreck earlier this year and scared the ever-living poop out of all of us. And thankfully, he was just sore. Nobody was hurt. He was actually going through Atlanta. He's a truck driver, Bill. He's interstate. He's all over the road. And he was going through Atlanta, and a young girl's car had broke down, and I don't think she really knew better, and she got out of her car and left her car in one of the center lanes of the freeway. And there was another truck in front of him, and that truck did a quick swerve, and he had no time. He had no time at all. And that car, it was like a Toyota Corolla or something, was basically underneath his truck. Thankfully, she was over on the side of the road and nobody was hurt. I mean, he was just sore from it, but you know, that's going to happen when you hit a parked car at 70 miles an hour, regardless of what you're driving. So it was that was a little scary, to say the least. So, but no, this move will definitely, it'll definitely be better. My boys really need their daddy. They miss him a lot. You know, I miss him a bunch. Probably not as much as my boys do. I'm pretty used to him being gone a lot, so it'll be different. But, hi, Bubby. So, it'll be good. It'll be good for everybody. And we lived down there for 2 years before, in 2014 to 2016. So it's not like it's going to be something completely brand new. And I have friends down there and whatnot. Plus, me and Adriana decided that we're going to do a sushi and sake night one night. I got to go to Austin. I'm like, yeah. Plus, I've never been to Austin. I've always wanted to go. So, much warmer weather. It is, I get very arthritic in the winter times because of chemo and everything that I had when I was younger, and so it will definitely help me because I hurt a lot in the winter and I don't like hurting. So it'll be good. I'm excited for it. No, he does not work for one of the big trucking companies. He works for a smaller one. The guy, he's only got, I think, 15 trucks total. But he's got a pretty good shindig, so we can't complain. He works on salary instead of having to worry about mileage or doing percentages. So it's a good deal for him, and it'll be a good thing. So I'm excited. We just have to do everything the correct way this time, because the first time we moved down there, it was like throw everything in the house together and go. And then when we moved up here, we basically did the same thing. We sold everything that we could and took as much as we had. We had a storage unit and an 8-foot U-Haul trailer, and because we sold off pretty much all of what we could that wasn't important to us, and then moved back up here and didn't even have a place to stay yet, but he had to do orientation and stuff. So we're not going to do that this time. We found a house that we like. It's on 10 acres. So he's out in California right now, doing a run, and then when they get back there, he's gonna go look at it and everything, and so we'll see. It'll be right around the Tyler, Texas area. The northeast piney woods of Texas. So it's about 45 minutes from Shreveport and an hour to Dallas. It's kind of right in the middle there, but it's northern. It's nice there. It looks a lot like here, except for all the red dirt. And there's not as many lakes, obviously. And then you're only 3.5, 4 hours from Houston, and 2.5 from Austin, I think. Not too bad. So, you're not out playing outside?
No. Because Rainer hit me right here.
He hit you?
Yeah, with the sled.
With the sled?
Yeah.
Why didn't you take a snowball and rub it in his face?
I would never do that.
You wouldn't do that? That's what we call a whitewash. You take a big pile of snow,
Okay.
and you go up to somebody and you go...
I did.
Oh, ow, that was my eye. Oh. How far from Corpus Christi? Oh, I would say... Honestly, I'm not sure. Hold on.
Don't know.
I don't know either. Corpus Christi's pretty far down there. So...
Mom,
I would say maybe
watch
6 hours.
the red wine.
That's...
Oh.
No, don't do that. That's loud. When it gets on the red line, that means you're being too loud.
Oh.
See? Now you're keeping it nice. Everybody's saying hi.
Hi.
Yeah, it is on the coast, but it's further down than don't touch that. That's my loop. Can't get that dirty.
No.
It's further down than Houston is. But I don't know. Stop it. I don't know how far it is from Houston to Corpus. So, I know Houston's about 4 hours. However much time there is from there to there. He is my firecracker. Can you have some candy?
Yeah. No, I'm not upstairs.
Oh, upstairs candy?
Yeah.
Yeah, go get a sucker or something. And put your cartoons on and warm up. He is my last one. He's 6. He'll be 7 in March. So, he's a good boy.
My name is Trajan.
Oh, and his name is Trajan. He wanted you all to know that. So, anyway, I got this on the scope. I wanted to show you guys this. I had emailed Ken about this. Well, he's named after the Roman Emperor Trajan. And we had to change the spelling of the name a little bit. We got a lot of crap because it's so close to Trojan. And so everybody was giving us crap about, you know, if my husband had used a Trojan, we wouldn't be having Trajan. No. So we decided to change the spelling a little bit. So the second A we changed to a Y. Because we say it more like that anyway. But, yeah, so he is definitely filling the role of his name. Like, he rules this house, especially when Dad comes home. Yeah, it is almost to Mexico, so it is quite a ways down there compared to where I'm at. So, I don't know. I'll have to look it up because I don't know. But anyway. Hey, Dacone. Happy New Year's. So these are 2 1978 Canadians. Regular old circulated pennies. There's nothing too infamous or, you know, crazy looking about them. Look like a regular penny. And I'm going through Coins in Canada. And I'm looking at all the different pictures that people put and post on different errors they find. They are copper, absolutely. And there's a picture specifically on the 1976 that looks just like this.
Can I have two?
That's fine. And we'll ow, put this down just a little bit.
What did you say?
I said that's fine.
Hey.
What do you say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, if you look on her face and her nose, what would you say that is? What kind of error is going on there on her nose?
A frame.
And her, well, you can't see, it's dark, but on her forehead as well. Anybody? Anybody? I know, nobody knew there was going to be a pop quiz, huh? You say that's doubling, Corey? Anybody else? Got another answer? Some sort of oddly polished dye, toning spots. Okay, so on her nose and on her forehead, it is actually machine doubling. That is classic MD. And the way you can tell, don't worry about this dark stuff up here. That's just crud or whatever. But the way that you can tell is because it makes her nose itself look smaller and not bigger. So this is a regular 1978. Here, scoot this over. Like that. Now, this top one is what her nose should look like. And this one here makes her actual nose look smaller. So that is a classic machine doubling. And you'll find them quite a bit on the Canadians like that, where it'll be on her face, the back of her neck, actually all the way around, just like on our coins. And this was something that I had to, I asked Peavy about because as far as I'm aware, and I need to look into it more, these Canadian pennies were made the exact same way that ours were made. So you're going to get the same type of errors, the same types of varieties, you know, with die clashes and cuds and things like that. They do use a few different names for some of them. No, it's not actually separated, and I don't have it super zoomed in on it, but it is. It's just a machine doubling. It's flat and it's shelf, and it takes away from the device. And the device is whichever part of the coin is the design of the coin. Let's put it that way. So it takes away from the device, and it's flat and shelf-like. Like you could put a cup of tea on the end of her tip of her nose. So I did verify with PV that I was looking at these correctly, because when you go on Coins in Canada, hey, find you a sugar mama. Oh, you better. She better be good to you too, because all of us are going to have to kick her butt if not. The relief. So when you go on Coins in Canada, be diligent and do your homework if you're trying to find different varieties and errors. For the most part, the varieties they have listed on there, they're pretty good, and those are well known. But for errors, there's a lot of errors. There's a lot of mistakes on that website that I've found so far. So I've started doing a spreadsheet to regurgitate information. Just stuff that is out there for everybody, but I want it all in one place. And then I did another spreadsheet I started on surviving pops. I haven't been able to find that information, so it's just become what's been graded thus far. And then I also have another one that I've been working on what has been listed on Coins in Canada that is not true errors. So you find a lot that say a 55. No, he's not yet. my kid to be in here. But I'll get him here in just a second. But you'll see a lot that say a double 978 for a 1978 or a double 8, and it'll be machining. It'll be die deterioration. It's not true doubling. So as I work more and more on this, I'll let you guys know and just keep. I just wanted to let you guys know, like, not everything on there is holy and correct. This one in particular is machining, classic machining, and you'll see it listed on there as a double queen's face, and it's so not that. So I'm gonna step away for a minute, get my dogs, see if the plow guy's done. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Girls, sorry. Oh, good lordy. Hello. That was the plow guy. Chocolate Cherry, you were correct. My bad. That was really fast. But my driveway's not huge. What are we getting broccoli going? What for? What you cooking? What are you supposed to eat today? Aren't you supposed to eat like black beans and or black-eyed peas and something else? I don't remember. Hi, Lincoln. You need to get your field plowed? Oh, I got a couple of hot dogs. I do too, Ken. I could eat a whole head of broccoli as long as I got ranch. I sit there and eat that all day long. Ham, black-eyed peas, and cornbread. Ooh, that sounds good. I think I got some brats. I have hot dogs because I have kids. Pizza rolls. I do have some pork steaks. But those are only, to me, really good on the grill. And I could break out the grill, but I don't really want to go outside and grill. So, you know, it is what it is. Ooh, yes, we had asparagus for with our Christmas dinner. You get the door wide open. I can't do that. That would make my heat bill go up quite high. How cold is it? It's not really all that cold, Trey. Well, that depends on who you're asking. But for us, it's not that cold. We just got dumped on last night. It started at 5:30. I ran to the Shop-At, which is like the little party store out here, to get some to get a drink for last night, and it was snowing at the Shop-At. It wasn't snowing at the house yet, and it's literally like maybe a half a mile away. And then by 7 o'clock, it was blasting, and it didn't stop until whatever time this morning. Well, Ken, I am moving back to Texas. And I know they're not 80 degrees, but, you know. Okay, I'll take the bet. It's like 14 outside right now, which is, what, negative 10 Celsius? It might be a little chilly. And a high of 16. Ooh. With 16 degrees today. Hi, Liz. Saying it's negative 10 Celsius here. And then tonight we have a low of 0, which means there's no weather. It's just 0. Yeah, Lincoln, I seen you guys were under tornado watches and stuff. That's just craziness. But the rest of the week actually looks nice. It's supposed to be up to 40 degrees on Saturday. So, not too shabby. It's been a really weird winter. 21 here, and we're 2.5 hours. You're closer to Lake Michigan, yeah. Lake Michigan or Huron, I think. So. Well, that's kind of where I'm at, Ken. I've had enough of the cold. And since having chemo, I get really arthritic when it's too chilly. And this is my 3rd winter back home. And I'm done. I'm good. I'm ready to go back to warm. I can come here in the summertime, spring, summer, fall. That's my favorite time to be here anyway. And just get away from the cold. It hurts. My toes hurt right now. And I don't like it. Texas is great. Everywhere I've been has been really nice, and everybody down there has been really cool. So I lived down there for 2 years, and I absolutely loved it. And we came back up here because my husband had gotten a job, my family and everybody's up here. So you don't need the snow to visit you. Absolutely. Now, where we lived in Texas, we do get a little bit of snow once in a blue moon. And the first year we were there, we got like an inch or something. And it is hilarious because the entire place shuts down. You would think that, you know, this super hurricane was coming and everybody's cleaning out the stores. It's like, dude, it's just a little bit of snow. But then I got to remember, they're not used to dealing with any of that, like I am. So I don't need these changes of seasons. The gray, it's very rarely that we get sunlight in the winter. We don't get a lot of sunlight. Best time to see the northern lights is in the winter. We don't get to see them all that much because it's so bloody cloudy all the time. And so a lot of people up here have what they call seasonal affective disorder, which is just a name because people get all down in the dumps because it's so gray and we don't get a lot of sunlight. So I don't, you know, I'm over it. I'm ready for sun and warm. In the spring and summer, Michigan is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, and it is great. And there's so much to do and see, especially if you like being outdoors. It is amazing. But unless you're a super duper big time snow bunny, it kind of sucks in the wintertime. Oh yeah, we can see northern lights most of the time. Most of the year we'll see them. We don't get them quite like, you know, northern Canada and Norway and those types of places, but we get them fairly frequently up here. Sunshine and bare feet. I like bare feet, but in Texas we got fire ants. Those are horrible and horrendous. They're like the devil's little sidekicks. Oh. Oh, wow, Liz. It's pretty crazy. The last good ones we saw, I woke the boys up. It was probably 11:30 at night, and I think it was a school night. And I'm like, I don't care, get in the car. And we jumped in the Jeep and we went up to another road up just a little ways where it was dark. And we had a better view of the sky. And they were purple and pink and blue and green, and they were all over. My boys were just like, whoa. Like, it was really, really super cool. Green is what most people see. And the stronger they are, I believe is how that works, then the more colors come out. Extremely first. Where on earth are you, Dacone? Yeah, I don't like the swamps. I'm not fun. No. I see your video you posted, and I'm going, there's an alligator hiding out somewhere. He's about to take Peevee's foot off. Oh, you're in the eastern part of Washington. Gotcha. I have family in Battlefield. I've never been to the West Coast. I haven't been to any of those 3 states, and I haven't been to Nevada. I've been to the other states around there. Nevada and Colorado. But I've been to all the other states. So, I'm not very well versed with West Coast stuff. But I hope to get out there. Oh, I've watched those videos where they melt the aluminum and pour them in the fire ant hills. Those are cool. Battleground. That's what it is. Yes. Yep, Battleground. Chiggers, hippies, spiders. Well, that's pretty much Texas. I haven't had to deal with chiggers there. I haven't had to deal with alligators, but I've seen a few videos of some alligators there. I had 2 scorpions in my first house when we first moved down there. One was alive. I got up in the middle of the night to get something to eat, and he was crawling on the kitchen floor, and he ended up being one with his ancestors. And then I found another one when we were moving out of that house, and it had gotten squashed underneath the recliner. So, and then snakes don't bug me at all. They don't bug me one bit. When we bought our house, we had 3 acres of land, and it was very wet land. So there was a stream nearby. We got a lot of snakes. And them hippies, you know, you do what you do. So, anyway, well, that's all that I really have. I just wanted to say hi, and I'm going to smoke a cigarette. Cottonmouths. Yeah, cottonmouths suck. We have, well, down there. Here, we don't really have much for snakes. Garter snakes. That's about as vicious as you're going to get up here. Mice and snakes. Really? Snakes just don't bother me. We were mowing the lawn, and it was springtime, summer, hot. And we had 1.5 acres to mow by hand and weed eat and all that. And you have to do it. You have to keep that stuff low, because if you don't, then you're just inviting even more critters and creatures to come hang out on your property. And me and my hubby were like, okay, sweating. Take a break. We go in the house. Come back out maybe 20 minutes later, you know, we slammed some water and got hydrated and had a cup of coffee and go back outside. And we were doing something, and my boy Rainer comes running over. Mom, there's a snake. I said, what? He goes, there's a snake right by the mower. Well, I told him to go grab the lawnmower and cart it over to me. And sure enough, there's a big old rat snake. In just that 20 minutes, he come over and he curled up underneath it, try and get it out of the sun. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. So my husband scooped him up with a shovel and was like, you better figure out what he is, because otherwise he ain't gonna be here no more. I'm like, he's a rat snake. But they can resemble water moccasins. So it was like, but they're not. He wasn't. Girls! Sorry if you had headphones on. Yeah, I had a racerback who was in my rock garden, and I was inside the house, and I saw him because he had his neck stuck up and was looking around doing this thing. And so I started doing it to him from my window, and so we were doing that, playing a game. King snakes. King snakes are good snakes, though. You don't want to kill those. You want to leave the good snakes, even if you don't like them, because they eat the bad stuff. King snakes will kill cottonmouths. They will kill copperheads, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, lots of hogs. You got to watch them. You can... Across the street from us was nothing but forested land. And we had nothing but forested land behind us that was thick with briars, so we couldn't even really get back there. And we'd be outside, and you can hear them rooting around and stuff. We left the house one day, and we're cruising up the road, and here come a baby pig. And even for a baby, they were pretty big. And I was like, oh, boys, look. And one come across, and then here come a second one, and I'm like, okay, where's Mama? I know there's a Mama. Sure enough, Mama come out. She started walking across. She stopped in the middle of the road. She's looking at me, and I'm going, you even try to hit my car, I'll hit you. And then all of a sudden, here come another baby. She had 4 babies with her. Like, you got to be kidding me. So now I got to worry, because now I know there's a mama hog and 4 babies running around my property. Ugh. Yeah, the copperheads, cottonmouths, those ones, they get the heads chopped off. All the rest of them we keep around because they'll eat the mice, they'll eat the voles, they'll take care of all the other pests. They'll take care of the copperheads too. So, where I lived, my house was kind of down in a bowl, and so when it would rain, and it happened to be a really bad year for rain, so the creek would fill up. It was almost flooding my neighbor's house, and then my yard would start filling up, and I had a couple of low spots that would get really full of water, and you'd actually have the little crayfish tubes. We had the crayfish tubes in our yard. And then the armadillos are great. I like them. I think they're funny as hell. We had a big one that used to come and hang out in our yard. Deer are good as long as your garden is fenced. Same thing with the bunnies. If you have a garden, make sure you got a fence. Otherwise, they'll come eat all your food. But we'll see. This property we found, like I said, it's one part of the listing said 9 acres, the other part said 10, so we don't know exactly how much, but even 9 acres is plenty. And there's a few outbuildings, and there's a few fenced areas, and then there's a man shed, a man cave that they built with a kitchen and stuff in it. And I'm like, oh, good. That's where we can throw my mom when she comes down. Oh, wow, Ken. Yeah, they can be possums especially. They're a little sneaky. They're like raccoons up here. They're little snotty shits. Think they can do what they want. Little attitudey buttheads. Oh, we got skunks here. My cat got sprayed. Was it beginning of summertime? He got sprayed by a skunk. I could smell it outside. I let him in the house, and then it just got worse in my house. I said, oh no, I'm going to shoot his ass right back out the door. And I went down to the feed store. I'm like, I need something. Skunk, my cat. And I got this stuff, Nature's Miracle. Really good stuff for dog messes, cat messes, whatever. But they have one thing called skunk remover, and just sprayed it on him as best as I could, because of course he's a cat and he's an asshole, and so spraying anything wet on him just makes him so happy. But we got him as best as we could, and then you just let that stuff dry, and it did really good. He had just a little bit remnants probably from his face where I couldn't get, and right like here where he just would not let me get it. But I was finally able to get it after a little while. That stuff worked great. Ospreys, or osprey. We were cruising. We have bald eagles here, hawks. I don't think we have egrets. I think we may have ospreys, but I'm not sure. We were cruising down a back road one day, and this bird, that was the biggest bird I ever seen, and he wasn't a bald eagle. I know what a bald eagle looks like, obviously, but man, he was massive. I think it was an osprey, but I'm not sure. Hi, Alexander. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. Usually cats and skunks will get along. Usually. I guess it would all depend on the cat. And my cat wasn't, the worst. And the skunk smell wasn't like the worst outside. It was just, you could smell it. And it was just a little stronger when he came in the house. So I just think he was in the general vicinity. He didn't get the full brunt of it. So, which is good, because I probably would have died puking. We do have wildcats here. I don't know about Texas, but we do here. We have bobcats, lynx, and we have cougars or mountain lions, whatever you want to call them. Although the DNR will tell you otherwise, that they're just passing through. We don't have a, what do they call it? We don't have a mating population here. Hey, Ozarks. Speaking of which, we were just talking about that on Ozark stream a couple days ago. I'm doing good, Alexander. Not too shabby. Kids are back in school tomorrow. Yeah. So, we're going to be doing the Mad Laundry Dash here soon and getting them scrubbed up and ready for school tomorrow. But otherwise, pretty good. Not bad at all. I hope y'all are having a good New Year so far. So, and I'm glad everybody is safe and happy. Good, end of the road waiting for the bus is kind of... Oh, that would be a little freaky. I had a moose standing behind me. I was waiting for the bus one time. I heard something, and I turned around, and she was sitting there, and I was like, she's grazing in the grass, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. I walked till I was out of her view and ran back home going, nope, not happening. Yeah, I've had one cat, one big not black cat, mountain lion. I was coming up the road. It was late at night, and he was crossing the road in front of us, and he was a little ways ahead of us, but you could see him. And me and my boyfriend just sat there going, like, you've got to be kidding me. We'd never seen one before. We'd heard stories, That was before everybody and their mother had game cams. We were like, no way. You gotta be kidding me. No, I don't think she did. She was a female, so she probably would have been nicer than a big male. So she was a bit smaller, but, and she didn't have any babies with her, which is good. But, no, you know, definitely not an animal you want to just go, hey, how you doing? You know, pet them. Bobcats, yeah, definitely have bobcats. I think they're kind of cool. I've never run across a bobcat. I've actually, believe it or not, which is really crazy, but I grew up here since I was like 1, and I have never in my life ran across a bear. We have black bear up here, a lot of them, and everybody and their mother has seen bears in one spot or another, and I have never actually run across a bear. Moose, mountain lion, you know, crazy things. Never a bear. But the black bears here are, we have hunting season for black bears here. And it just depends on the population. Sometimes it's a lottery, but a long time, most of the time it's just you just have to get your tags. Oh, that would be scary. No. That would be no good. And that's the only time you really have to worry about black bears, is if it's a mama and she's got babies. We have moose crossing signs. We have lots of deer crossing signs, but we do have a few places with moose crossing signs. Oh no. I'm sure that had to be scary. Marty Moose. Yeah, you don't want to mess with them. We have in one of our national parks up here is Isle Royale, which is an island between the Keweenaw, which is the thumb, and Thunder Bay, Ontario. And there's a huge moose population up there, and the timber wolf population seriously dwindled. I don't know if they were on the endangered list or what the deal was. So the DNR was working really hard to raise the population of the timber wolves back up. And it's gotten to the point that they have done so well with redoing their population that they've been bringing them into northern Wisconsin, northern Minnesota, here, and then it's been getting to the point where now they're killing livestock, people's pets, you know, kind of like, oh shit, we screwed up. DNR is the Do Nothing Right group. It is Department of Natural Resources. We call it the Do Nothing Right. So, but Department of Natural Resources, they're the federally backed agency for, you know, the woods police, basically. They're the ones that you have to bring your kills to when you're hunting. They do all that repopulation and making sure your water is good, you know, the water's good, fish good, populations are good, all that stuff. They're the ones who tell us that we don't have a mountain lion population up here. But everybody and their mother has seen them, so, you know. They're also the people that will confiscate rocks from you. So they'll ticket you for fishing without a license, unless it's one of the free days. They do all that kind of stuff. they're called different things in different states, but here it's DNR. So in Lower Michigan, you can find Petoskey stones, which is our state fossil. They're actually not stones, they're fossils. And this guy found like a 95-pound Petoskey, which is massive. We don't get a lot of environmental protests. The last thing that really was any major protest was one of the pipelines that runs underneath the Straits of Mackinac. People are freaking out about that. But other than that, we don't get a lot of that stuff here. So 95-pound Petoskey stone, and he had posted it on Facebook. He was all excited, super happy about it, because that was a hell of a find. And the DNR showed up on his door and confiscated it and said that it was against the law to have it. And there were some fights about it and whatnot. And then, was it just this past year, or maybe it was in 2017? A bunch of us were on that same Facebook group, so they keep an eye on that Facebook group. And we were like, where'd the Petoskey go? It's such a big find, and it's so important for them that they have to confiscate it. Where is it? They hadn't done anything with it. It's just sitting in a room somewhere. It's a 95-pound rock. Like, what are you doing with it? And then all of a sudden, it was like a week later, oh, some museum in Detroit is going to house it. Blah, blah, blah. So, and then all of a sudden, there's this new law that you can only pick 25 pounds of stones and rocks, unless it's private land, a year. So they're just an awesome group. The Petoskey stone, it's our state fossil. It's actually a fossil, not a rock. But it's our state fossil, and they're ones that are highly prized. A lot of people go picking for them. So just like up here with our Lake Superior agates, which are highly prized, and lots of people go picking for them. Their agates are considered semi-precious gemstones. So yeah, you can't pick in federal parks, and that's in any state. That's not allowed. You're not allowed to rock hound in any federal park, national park. You get busted doing that, and you'll get your butt handed to you gently. So, but if you're just on regular public land, it's a 25-pound limit. Now, how they're going to actually enforce that is it's not even feasible, honestly. Right? Exactly, Drone Detect. So, and if you have private land, they can't do jack crap about it. You can find gold in Michigan. They have, of course, specific rules for that, laws and whatnot. And I know on the eastern UP shores of Lake Superior that you can use, I want to say you can't use powered stuff, but I don't remember exactly. But I do know that you cannot pan for gold in trout streams, which are probably some of the best places to pan for gold. You're not allowed to pan for gold in those places at all. And then there's only certain places that you can, and you're only allowed to keep 1/4 of an ounce of gold a year. Hi. Yeah, right, Bill. I mean, it's so freaking stupid. It's ridiculous. Like, I can understand the national park thing because people are idiots. And they do all kinds of stupid stuff. So, and there is no off season. I've been out there after a snowstorm, rock picking. You go out there with the ice pick, bust up the ice off the rocks. Hi. We're live streaming. My neighbor girl's here. Hi, Jeff. Happy New Year. So, it's not a bad deal. It's just, it is what it is. They're extremely picky about trout fishing, too. You have to be very careful where you go, what you're fishing for. Make sure you got all your ducks in a row.
Whoa! Faces! Mama, got faces!
Oh, you found the emojis. He found faces on his tablet. Okay, you guys need to go upstairs.
Can I have my tablet? Mom,
No, go outside and go play.
I can text message.
Oh, you can text message, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He can text message now. So, that is the fun of Michigan stuff. Limit for trout just depends on what you're getting. I don't have the book right next to me. I don't even know where my tackle box is at the moment. I have the book in my tackle box. But it just depends on what you're fishing for. If you're fishing for brookies, rainbows, and all that, limits, size limits,
Mom,
and stuff like that.
What does my text message says? No. Put on your glasses. Then read it.
Fix your golf cart, finish your dive boat. Oh, there you go. Hi, Randolph. Happy New Year. It's been a little while. I hope you're doing good. We just been talking about Texas and Michigan.
Mom, what does it?
It doesn't say anything. It's just you don't have to make a word. You have to put vowels in there. A, E, I, O, and U. Sometimes Y. Okay. Oh, don't do that.
Hey.
Lunchtime here too. I know. I just got out of bed a little bit ago, but I need to get something to eat. So, and my driveway's plowed out, so that means I have to go shovel the snow around the doors. Yay. So, I'm going to get off of here. Oh, thank you, Randolph. I appreciate that. I will definitely watch it.
Mom.
I'm going to get some lunch and go clean out my my doorways.
Mom, see that?
I see that. And
just watch.
Fluffernutter. No. You need to go upstairs.
I just wanted someone.
Go upstairs because I'm going to have a smoke.
Watch.
Hi, Wolfman Sachs. How you been doing?
Watch.
Honey, can I watch it here in a minute? Nice. All right, go upstairs. It is cute. The fluff, I had to stop eating them. I have no idea what a fluffernutter is. I know what a nutter butter is. Exactly, Wolfman Sachs. I don't do resolutions. That's what we were talking about earlier. I don't do resolutions because all that is crap. I make goals. Peanut butter and fluff. Ooh. Really? Never had it. No, I don't do Peeps. Peeps are disgusting. I don't do marshmallows. The only time I'll ever eat a marshmallow is like once a year when I do, when we go camping, I'll do s'mores. But otherwise, I'm not a big marshmallow fan at all. Godiva chocolate is bomb. I got a big bag of these from a friend in Alaska. That was a bad situation. I got 2 left out of a whole bag. You meant Cheers Peeps. Oh, okay. I was like, no, Peeps are gross. Blech. That's worse than candy corn. What are you doing? Come on. Everybody's trying to say hello today. My kitty's back behind my computer monitor. So, they don't ever put enough in the bag of your favorite candy, ever. I agree. They need to get better at doing that. So, anyway, guys, keep an eye. If you're searching Canadians, just watch. Keep an eye out. Not all that glitters is gold. Not everything is going to be correct on that website. So, kind of want to give everybody a heads up. And I'm going to keep working on it. So, we will get there. I might have to take Peevy's what's the word I'm looking for? Suggestion. Post the list that I'm making. That's what I'm saying. I might take his suggestion and create a blog and do it that way for right now. What Canadian coins should you look out for? Anything pre 64, basically 65. Silver Stanger, the website that I'm talking about, it's called coinsandcanada.com. And it is a very good website. There is a lot of good information on there. There's some incorrect information, and I'm talking specifically when you're looking for error coins. But if you're looking for current prices and values, what coins are, those big ones, your $400,000 pennies, that it's good for that. And there's some other information with grading and things like that, and it's good for that stuff. Really? Well, thank you, Randolph. Ken, I am working on it. I'm probably, because I was thinking about that, going, what is the best way to do this? And I don't want to just do Google Docs. I might put it something on, I don't know. I may have a few questions for you because I've never really used Google Docs and whatnot, but we will get there. I'm going to do some research and stuff after I get lunch and stuff. So, pin it to the start screen. Lost audio. Uh-oh. Everybody hear me okay? It's all Excel sheets, Bill. Yesterday, all I did was regurgitate Canadian penny info and specs. That's all that I did. I had one full page of every Canadian cent, every year, what specs on it. And, yeah. So, now I'm going to start working on the nickels and get all of that done. So I'll have a whole spreadsheet of just specs and which, the specific big varieties that they have listed. So it's a work in progress, but I will keep going on it. So that information will be out there for everybody, hopefully sooner than later. I'm trying to keep busy. If I don't keep busy, I get all crappy, and I don't like not keeping busy. So, oh, good deal, Randolph. Anyway, I was just telling everybody that I've been working on spreadsheets for Canadian coins, with all kinds of different information. Some of the information that you can find is not correct. So I'm working on correcting that. A lot of correctness going on, as long as it's not political correctness. You didn't hear nothing, Bill. Not a thing. So, On that note, I am going to get some stuff done and start going to work. So, Happy New Year, everybody. And thank y'all for being here with me and chit-chatting. I hope you guys have a great day, and we will talk to y'all later.